Hi, this is James Crawshaw, analyst with Heavy Reading. I'm here at Mobile World Congress, the epicenter of the telecom industry this week. I'm joined by Andrew McDonald, Chief Product Officer with CENX. And we're really interested in understanding the challenges that service providers are facing, and particularly for me in my area of coverage, what are the sort of operational problems and challenges that they're having to tackle?
Well, James, the customers that we're working with, we're seeing on a very regular basis that they're trying to come to grips with what do they do when the network becomes a lot more dynamic. The advent of NFV has been with us for now a couple years, but all those NFV systems are starting to go into production. And dynamic networking is something that's a big challenge and a big change from what they used to have in the past, when everything that they put into the network was well engineered and well understood and dedicated hardware. The other change that we're seeing is traffic patterns aren't as predictable. Traffic in the past has been something that you could predict. You could predict a busy hour and you'd know how much traffic is going to be usually on that busy hour. Right. Nowadays, traffic loads are coming from all over the place. With data centers being such a big predominant force in the industry, traffic changes everything. And so the operational teams have a much more dynamic environment that they have to deal with, and traffic patterns that are changing on a pretty constant basis.
Yeah. So what are some of the examples, the use cases of how you've helped service providers address specific issues?
CENX is a service assurance platform, and we feel very passionately that to get the best understanding of what's going on in the network, they have to have a full end-to-end view of the service. And so what we've done with our customers is allowed them to have in one pane of glass a visibility of their entire network end-to-end. And that gives them amazing situational awareness. So when problems are happening on a service today, they know exactly if it's a host that doesn't have enough resources to provide to an application, if it's an optical transport that's having some kind of an issue, or if it's the IP MPLS layer. Our product has all the information in it that allows you to troubleshoot and pinpoint the problem no matter what layer it's at.
Okay, interesting. And what about this whole concept of closed loop systems, taking the service assurance and feeding it back into the provisioning and fulfillment and orchestration systems? Does that concept, or does that topic about closing the loop and automating, does it worry some of the customers that you're talking to, or some of the people within those organizations?
There isn't a single customer that we talk to today that doesn't talk about closed loop automation, because they really want to reduce operational costs and they want to heal network when issues happen as fast as possible. However, they also want to maintain SLAs and they want to understand what's going on in the network. So the worry for most of the operators is the system going to do the right thing, right? And so what we've found to get them over that hump is we can pinpoint what the problem is and we can start a workflow. And what a typical use case with an operator that we've been working with is we'll let a power assist basically happen, where a human will take a look at the recommended action that we're giving them and say, okay. And then they progress quickly from there to allowing it to happen in a more automated fashion. So closed-loop automation is a target for all of the industry, and we start to see the baby steps happening today. Okay.
What are the key new services that a lot of enterprises are talking about and interested in, and consequently a lot of service providers are sort of racing to catch up, is SD-WAN. What's your approach to helping carriers roll out SD-WAN services and assure them?
SD-WAN has been such a hot topic these days, and everyone wants to be able to turn up services faster. And as a service assurance company, we think that a lot of the solutions are really exciting, but all our customers are coming back and asking, how do we assure the service that not just the overlay, but also the underlay? How do we assure that applications are working and the performance is right, all the way from the white box, all the way back through our NFV core for the customer? And it really takes a solution like ours that can take the overlay information, the underlay information, and all the performance information to give a true end-to-end experience. And for a carrier, their differentiation is still going to be what they can do over the top, but also with their core network.
Is there a new approach required for service assurance for 5G?
So service assurance for 5G, the biggest change that we're seeing is in proof of concepts that we've been working with the major tier ones, is the change to an edge compute cloud. Cloud RAN starts bringing in a new architecture where all of a sudden you can run part of the functions that you used to run on a base station can now be brought back into an edge compute. Right. It can't go all the way back into the data center because you've got really, really strict performance criteria. But the edge compute now is all of a sudden a dynamic environment that has to be understood. And so for us, the more complexity in an environment like that, you need a service assurance tool to understand what's the impact of degradation on a server, or what's the impact on degradation of the transport to delivering that CRAN functionality. So we've already been very engaged in this, and we won our first kind of CRAN 5G opportunity that we haven't yet announced to the world.
Exciting.
But it's coming very soon.
Excellent. Okay, well, it sounds very exciting. It's been great hearing about your progress.
Thank you very much, James.
Great. Have a great show.
Yeah, thank you.